It was a night that fans will never forget. David Mann, the beloved actor and comedian known for his humor and charisma, had the crowd laughing one moment and holding their breath the next. A shocking stage incident forced him to stop mid-performance, and what he said afterward left the audience stunned. Reports say his warning was urgent, personal, and unlike anything he had ever addressed on stage before. You won't believe what happened, why the moment went viral, and the intense reactions that followed. This is a story of suspense, behind-the-scenes drama, and a cautionary message that fans and the faith community are still talking about. David Mann has spent decades captivating audiences with his comedic genius, heartfelt performances, and relatable portrayals of everyday life. But during a recent show, an unexpected stage incident brought the laughter to a sudden halt and replaced it with shock, concern, and intense curiosity. What exactly happened on stage? Why did David feel compelled to address the crowd in such a serious and urgent manner? And how did fans react to the shocking moment that no one saw coming? In this video, we'll uncover the full story behind David Mann's warning, exploring the events that led to the stage incident, the reactions from the audience and fellow performers, and the behind-the-scenes details that made this moment unforgettable. You won't believe the rare insights we've gathered, the emotional tension in the theater, and the messages that David delivered under pressure. This is where it gets unbelievable, details that no mainstream outlets have fully explored. Stay with me because what happened next not only stunned fans, but also sparked a conversation about safety, responsibility, and the unexpected realities that performers face behind the spotlight. By the end of this video, you'll understand why this stage incident became one of the most talked about moments in recent gospel and entertainment circles. The night started like any other for David Mann and his devoted fans. The theater was filled with anticipation, laughter, and excitement as audiences awaited another unforgettable performance from the acclaimed actor and comedian. Mann, known for his vibrant energy and quick wit, had the crowd in stitches within the first few minutes. Every joke landed perfectly, and the chemistry between him and his fellow performers kept the audience completely engaged. But then, in a moment that no one could have predicted, the energy in the room shifted dramatically. Eyewitnesses say that during one of his signature comedic routines, something on stage went wrong. Some reports suggest a technical mishap, while others hint at an unexpected safety issue. Whatever the cause, David Mann immediately noticed it, and the normally humorous, relaxed tone of the performance suddenly turned urgent. He stopped mid-joke, glanced toward the crew, and then turned to the audience with a serious expression, a look that sent a ripple of concern through the crowd. What followed was a warning that left everyone on edge. Mann, known for keeping his performances lighthearted, addressed the audience in a tone rarely heard from him. The message was clear, direct, and unexpected. There was a situation that needed their attention, and the seriousness of it could not be ignored. Fans described the moment as surreal. Laughter faded into whispers, and the audience leaned in, hanging on his every word. Social media clips later captured the intensity of the moment, with hashtags trending almost immediately as fans speculated about the incident and Mann's warning. Insiders reveal that this was more than a simple stage hiccup. David Mann, a seasoned performer, is known for his ability to stay composed under pressure, but even he seemed visibly concerned. His warning was not rehearsed or scripted. It was instinctive, born from an immediate understanding of potential risk or danger. Those closest to the production confirmed that he acted quickly, demonstrating professionalism and a deep sense of responsibility for both his team and the audience. The impact of the stage incident extended beyond just the performance. Fans immediately began sharing their experiences online, describing the tension, the shift in energy, and Mann's unexpected seriousness. Comment sections exploded with curiosity, concern, and admiration for how he handled the situation. Some questioned whether this was an isolated incident, while others speculated about potential underlying causes. Was it purely a technical issue, or did it reveal something deeper about the challenges performers face behind the scenes? And just when it seemed the initial shock had passed, eyewitnesses and insiders revealed an even more startling detail. Mann's warning hinted at a potential danger that many audience members hadn't fully recognized at the time. This revelation added another layer of suspense, suggesting that the audience had witnessed not just a performance mishap, but a critical moment of real-time crisis management. What exactly happened on stage? Who or what prompted Mann's urgent warning? And how did this moment shape the rest of the performance and the reactions that followed? The answers would change everything the audience thought they knew about that night. While the audience experienced a mix of concern and curiosity, what happened behind the scenes painted an even more intense picture. According to sources close to the production, the stage incident wasn't just a simple technical error. It exposed the high-pressure reality of live performances and the immense responsibility David Mann carries every time he steps on stage. Crew members and fellow performers described a tense atmosphere where split-second decisions were required to ensure the safety of everyone in the theater. Mann's quick thinking and calm leadership in the midst of the chaos were instrumental in preventing a situation from escalating further. Insiders reveal that this was not Mann's first encounter with unexpected stage challenges, but the way he handled this particular incident stood out. His warning to the crowd was a mix of caution, professionalism, and personal responsibility, a message that resonated with the audience far more deeply than a simple announcement ever could. Those working closely with him noted that he paused, assessed the situation, and then communicated clearly and effectively, demonstrating a rare blend of empathy and authority. This was a man who knew how to command laughter and attention, but also how to command respect and vigilance when the stakes were high. Some behind-the-scenes reports suggest that Mann's warning was also influenced by a moment of near danger that only those backstage fully understood. This revelation added another layer of suspense, suggesting that the audience had witnessed not just a performance mishap, but a critical moment of real-time crisis management. What exactly happened behind the curtains? How did it impact Mann emotionally and mentally? And why did he feel compelled to address the audience so urgently? The answers are as gripping as the incident itself. And what happens next would leave fans and colleagues alike in awe. The moment David Mann delivered his warning, the atmosphere in the theater shifted dramatically. What had started as a night of laughter and entertainment quickly became a scene of tension, concern, and heightened curiosity. Fans described the audience as being frozen in place, unsure whether to laugh, gasp, or listen intently to what Mann had to say. That single pause, a few seconds that stretched like minutes, captured the attention of everyone in attendance. Every eye in the house was fixed on him, sensing the gravity behind his words. As soon as the performance ended, the incident became the primary topic of conversation. Videos of Mann's warning circulated online within minutes, shared by audience members and fans on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. The clips quickly went viral, trending across multiple platforms as fans analyzed every gesture, every pause, and every inflection in his voice. Fans debated whether his message was strictly professional, addressing a real-time hazard, or whether it carried a more personal or philosophical undertone about life and responsibility. The ambiguity only fueled speculation, making the moment even more compelling. Social media reactions were a mix of admiration, shock, and curiosity. Fans praised Mann for his quick thinking and composure, highlighting how he maintained control over a potentially chaotic situation. Comments poured in describing how the audience held its breath and how Mann's professionalism had turned what could have been a disaster into a powerful teaching moment. Many noted that this incident revealed a side of Mann that fans rarely see, a leader who prioritizes the safety and well-being of his audience over entertainment alone. However, not all reactions were positive. Some viewers questioned whether his warning had been too dramatic or unnecessarily alarming. Critics suggested that the intensity of his message might have overshadowed the performance itself, raising questions about how performers balance humor, entertainment, and serious communication in live shows. Others debated whether the viral attention had blown the situation out of proportion, turning a single stage incident into a national talking point. The discussion became so widespread that mainstream gospel news outlets and entertainment blogs began covering the story, further amplifying the attention on Mann and the event. Inside the theater, audience members reported a mix of emotions. Some were still laughing at moments earlier in the show,